It's 3 a.m. The world is silent, but your eyes are wide open. Does this feel familiar? You're not alone in this midnight mystery. According to sleep experts, waking up in the middle of the night is actually a normal part of human biology, but the anxiety isn't. Your brain isn't just off when you sleep. It's performing a complex dance of neurochemicals to keep you under. But at 3 a.m., something shifts. You feel more than just awake. You feel vulnerable. Every problem seems 10 times bigger. To understand why, we need to look at the architecture of sleep. We don't just sleep in one big block. A typical sleep cycle lasts about 90 minutes. In a 15-minute video, in an 8-hour night, you go through about 5 of these. By 3 a.m., you've likely finished your deepest sleep. Now, you enter a lighter phase where you're much easier to wake. This is a survival mechanism from our ancestors. Checking for predators in the middle of the night kept us alive. But today, the predators are internal. It's a chemical battle between melatonin, the sleep hormone, and cortisol, the stress hormone. Normally, melatonin peaks around midnight, tucking your brain in for the night. It's the master of relaxation. But at 3 a.m., cortisol starts to rise. Its job is to prepare you for the day, but sometimes it gets a little too eager. This surge can kickstart your fight or flight response. Suddenly, that email you forgot to send feels like a life or death crisis. Worse yet, your prefrontal cortex, the logic center of your brain, is mostly offline during this time. You are all emotion, no logic. So you reach for your phone. But wait, that blue light is actually telling your brain that the sun is rising, making things worse. But don't panic. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the specific lifestyle triggers that keep you awake and how to fix them. To understand why your brain snaps awake, we have to talk about sleep pressure. It's powered by a chemical called adenosine. Think of adenosine as a sleep debt collector. It builds up all day while you're awake, making you feel heavier and sleepier. During the first half of the night, your brain cleans this adenosine away. By 3 a.m., the tank is mostly empty. With low sleep pressure, any tiny disturbance, a floorboard creak or a slight temperature change, is enough to wake you up. Your body temperature also hits its lowest point around 3 a.m. If your room is too cold, your body might wake you to generate heat. But there's a sneakier culprit, your blood sugar. Scientists call it nocturnal hypoglycemia. If your sugar drops too low, your brain panics. It releases cortisol and adrenaline to tell the liver to release stored glucose. Did you have a high-sugar snack or a heavy meal right before bed? That sugar crash 4 hours later is a one-way ticket to 3 a.m. wakefulness. According to a study by the Mayo Clinic, alcohol is another major disruptor. It helps you fall asleep, but ruins your sleep quality. As your body processes alcohol, it creates a rebound effect, stimulating your nervous system just as you enter REM sleep. Harvard Health notes that we get most of our REM sleep in the second half of the night, which is exactly when we tend to wake up. And don't forget caffeine. It has a half-life of 6 hours. That 4 p.m. coffee? It's still in your system at 10 p.m., blocking your sleep pressure. So your brain is low on sleep pressure, high on cortisol, and potentially crashing from sugar. No wonder you're awake. But why 3 a.m. specifically? It's not just biology, it's also your internal circadian clock syncing with the planet. Understanding these triggers is half the battle. Coming up, we'll look at how your daily stress creates micro-awakenings you didn't even notice. Even if you do everything right, stress is the ultimate sleep thief. It creates what experts call micro-awakenings throughout the night. A micro-awakening is a brief spike in brain activity that lasts only a few seconds. Usually, you don't even remember them. But when you're stressed, your sympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight mode, is on high alert, making these spikes longer. Stanford researchers found that chronic stress keeps your brain in a state of hyperarousal. You're sleeping, but your brain is listening for danger. At 3 a.m., as your sleep lightens, one of these micro-awakenings turns into a full wake-up. And because you're stressed, you can't get back. This is where the 3 a.m. brain takes over. Your emotions are high, your logic is low, and your internal critic is screaming. Studies show that at this hour, we tend to engage in catastrophizing, imagining the absolute worst-case scenario for every problem. Why? Because your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that says, "Hey, it's not that bad," won't fully wake up for hours. Then comes the clock watching. You calculate how many hours of sleep you have left. This, ironically, triggers more cortisol. It's a vicious cycle. You're stressed because you're awake, and you're awake because you're stressed. Psychologists call this unfinished business. Your brain uses the silence of 3 a.m. to try and solve all the problems you ignored during the day. A study in the journal Cognitive Therapy and Research found that writing your to-do list before bed reduces these awakenings by 30%. If you're already awake, the worst thing you can do is lie there and fight it. Your bed should only be for two things: sleep and, well, we need to train your brain to associate the bed with rest, not a boxing ring. This is called stimulus control therapy. But what if it's not stress? In the next part, we'll talk about the physical signs that your 3 a.m. wake up might be a medical red flag. Sometimes waking up at 3 a.m. isn't just about stress or snacks. It could be your body's way of signaling a hidden medical issue. The most common silent thief is sleep apnea. This happens when your airway partially collapses, cutting off your oxygen. Your brain realizes it's not getting oxygen and sends a massive jolt of adrenaline to wake you up so you can breathe again. If you wake up gasping, have a dry mouth, or your partner says you snore like a freight train, talk to a doctor about a sleep study. Then there's GERD, or acid reflux. Even if you don't feel heartburn, acid can irritate your esophagus and trigger a wake-up. Eating heavy, spicy, or fatty meals right before bed forces your digestive system to work overtime when it should be resting. Don't overlook your thyroid. An overactive thyroid, hyperthyroidism, can overstimulate your nervous system, making sleep nearly impossible. It can cause night sweats and a racing heart. If you're constantly waking up drenched in sweat, it's time for a blood test. And then there's nocturia, the need to use the bathroom. This could be as simple as too much water before bed or a sign of diabetes. Are you waking up because you need to pee? Or are you waking up for another reason and then realizing your bladder is full? Age plays a role too. As we get older, our sleep architecture changes. We spend less time in deep sleep and wake up more easily. For those over 60, waking up once or twice is often normal. But if it's every night and you're exhausted, it needs attention. The best thing you can do is keep a sleep diary. Note what you ate, your stress levels, and when exactly you woke up. Take this data to your doctor. It turns a vague, "I'm tired," into a clear map for a medical diagnosis. We've covered the biological why. Now, let's get into the how. The ultimate 3 a.m. survival guide to get back to sleep fast. So, you're awake. The worst thing you can do is panic. Rule number 1, stop checking the clock. Every look is a shot of stress. Instead, activate your rest and digest system with the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 7 seconds. This forced pause lowers your heart rate and signals to your nervous system that you are safe. And exhale forcefully for 8 seconds. Repeat this 4 times. It's a natural tranquilizer for the nervous system. If you've been lying there for 20 minutes and your brain is still racing, follow the 20-minute rule. Get out of bed. Go to another room with dim lights. Do something boring. Read a dull book, fold laundry, or listen to soft music. This prevents your brain from associating your bed with stress and wakefulness. Only return when you feel truly sleepy. Try cognitive shuffling. Imagine random, non-threatening objects. A bed, a tree, a fluffy cat, a red apple. This scrambles your logical thoughts and mimics the micro-dreams that happen as you fall asleep, tricking your brain into slumber. If your brain is stuck on a problem, keep a worry journal by your bed. Write it down and tell your brain, "I'll handle this at 9 a.m. This gives your brain permission to stop processing. You've offloaded the data to a secure location outside your head. Avoid big drinks of water, but a tiny sip can help if your mouth is dry. Just don't turn on the kitchen lights. Total darkness is key. Even a small LED from a charger can disrupt your melatonin. Cover those lights or wear a sleep mask. Remember, your body wants to sleep. By using these tools, you're just getting the stress out of the way so it can. But preventing the 3 a.m. wake-up starts long before you go to bed. Next, we look at the daytime habits that ruin your night. Meet Cardio Slim. He thinks running 10 miles a day is the only way to get healthy. But look closely at his joints. Every pound he loses from running is half muscle and half fat. His support cables are vanishing while the impact remains. This is the skinny fat pooch. It's the result of your body holding on to visceral fat as a last resort energy source. A study in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that dieting only leads to a 25% loss in bone mineral density for some. Without the structural signals from lifting weights, your bones literally start to dissolve. They become brittle. The secret culprit? Insulin resistance. Even thin people can have it if they eat too much sugar and don't move enough. This high insulin locks your fat cells. Your body can't burn them, so it burns your muscle instead. A metabolic nightmare. Now, let's look at case study A. Mike. Mike stopped focusing on weight and started focusing on strength. By lifting heavy 3 times a week, Mike sent a signal to his body, I need these muscles to survive. Within 6 months, his muscles began to act like a natural corset, pulling his spine into alignment and offloading his discs. The visceral fat? It didn't stand a chance. Muscle is metabolically hot. It burns fat even while you sleep. Mike's chronic back pain vanished. Not because he was lighter, but because he was stronger. Case study B, Sarah. Sarah was a salad queen who did 2 hours of yoga, but no strength training. Her knees were failing. We added 100 grams of protein and 2 days of lifting. Within 3 months, her chemical fire was out. So what are the exact steps for your body? Let's build your anti-skinny fat toolkit. The first tool in your kit is the most powerful one: resistance training. But not just any training, compound movements, squats, deadlifts, and presses. These movements force your body to use multiple joints and recruit maximum muscle fibers. This heavy load signals your bones to thicken and your cartilage to toughen. It's a mechanical wake-up call. You don't need 6 days. Just 3 days of high-intensity resistance training is enough to change your metabolism forever. Tool number 2, the protein priority. Muscle is made of protein. If you don't eat it, your body can't build the corset you need. Aim for 1.6 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. This is your insurance policy against joint decay. Tool number 3, crushing insulin resistance. To burn the hot stove of visceral fat, you must lower your insulin. Cut the refined carbs and sugars. When insulin drops, the gates of your fat cells finally open, allowing the fire to die down. Tool number 4, the recovery window. Muscles aren't built in the gym, they are built while you sleep. High stress produces cortisol, the muscle-killing hormone. Chronic stress is a VIP pass to being skinny fat. Manage your stress to protect your gains. 10 minutes of walking in nature or meditation can save your joints. Don't forget the micronutrients. Vitamin D and magnesium are the cement that keeps your bone bricks together. Combine these 4 tools and you will stop being a walking skeleton and start being a functional machine. Remember, your journey is unique. Always consult a healthcare professional before starting a new exercise or diet regime. Your joints have supported you for years. It's finally time to support them back. Let's get started. To recap, skinny fat isn't just a look. It's a structural and chemical crisis for your spine and joints. Your muscles are the only thing standing between your skeleton and early degeneration. By building strength, you don't just look better. You put out the chemical fire that's eating your cartilage. Functional strength is the ultimate form of self-care. It's the gift of mobility for your future self. Don't wait for the pain to become unbearable. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Reclaim your metabolism, reclaim your posture, reclaim your life. If this video helped you understand your body better, please give it a like and subscribe for more deep dives into your health. Are you struggling with back pain despite being thin? Share your story in the comments. We're here to help. Check out our other videos on metabolic health and spinal recovery right here. See you in the next one. This video is for educational purposes only. Please consult a healthcare professional. Information based on NI and Harvard research, 2024.